where we either have meaningful discussions or get into some great gameplay. Speaking of games, I was earlier doing a game called Echoes of Einkrad. Folks, I cannot glaze that game more than enough, guys. Oof, that game is amazing. It has all the elements that I've always loved about SAO games, and a little more actually. I felt like this game was a direct beauty. See, I've always loved the idea of the a game specifically in certain worlds, but it had nothing to do with the actual character. Let me explain. SAO was doing a system where you're playing in a game in the game world of SAO, and if you guys don't know that, SAO is basically the first season of SAO was basically a death game, guys. Mind you, it got a little lighter in later series, and then got darker at the same time. Especially lately, they have a whole new weird concept, which is interesting because they anyway, in the world of SAO, the first season at least, it was all about entering a death game. Guys, I'm gonna be honest, narratively, I felt like that should have been the whole premise of the entire game. Mind you, I understand what they were trying to do, what they were trying to go with other games, and I see what they were trying to do with it. That I was cool with as far as narratively goes. But because of the fact that there was more than one game, I mean, I get it. Gaming is chaotic and there's other genres. I'm just hoping that they're not going to do with every type of genre, because that would make this series way too big, way too long. I mean, it's way too long in general. But anyway, before I go any further, like, subscribe, comment down below. Now, as far as narratively, I loved how they touched on certain games, certain aspects of the specific game. Mind you, there's even points where it taps into the, you know, him having, you know, he was having flashbacks of the original game, the death game and everything. I liked the fact that they were trying to give him kind of a, not really I didn't like the fact that they were giving him PTSD, but I love the fact that it was a human factor to that. Like, the kid was dealing with a lot of garbage, and he literally plowed right through it. He was like, you know what, I'm going through hell right now because I had to deal with, mind you, it would have been so easy for him to explain right off the bat of what kind of horrible things he had to deal with. He only explained the bare minimum, guys. And he got what he needed. He got the support he needed to get the job done, and I actually love that about him. And it wasn't the whole power of friendship thing. No, don't get me wrong. I love series with that in it, but I actually prefer the movies and games, TV shows, whatever, that don't try all that much into something that corny. Don't get me wrong. If I'm in a lighter mood, sure, why not? It's cute for what it is. But in reality, he had enough support, mind you. I'm not saying he didn't have support at all. He didn't have people that he was fighting for. That was apparent. That was apparent, guys. The part that got me is they weren't leading too far into that. They were leading into a point where it's like, I love the people I care about. I'm fighting for these people, and I'll make sure these people get out alive. So he picks up his sword, holds on to it, and he does what he needed to do. He did what he did, and honestly, again, I love the main character, Kirito. Kirito is one of my favorite characters because he had this really strong, aura, and that's the best part. Now, as far as the game goes, I kind of love the fact that you play in the world of SAO, the original game, Sword Art Online. And the best part is the mechanics, they're actually putting most of the mechanics of how to live in SAO, But here's the thing. I'm kind of glad they kind of didn't saturate too much with it. Because in a way, I feel like it's good that they didn't saturate it. But I felt like there was at least one more they could have done. They could have given like side jobs, kind of like how like certain skills could be mastered by using them a lot. In certain certain games, that's an amazing quality of life type of situation. Because like, what if you want to use a skill to make items that you need in mid-adventure, right? I felt like that would be a perfect skill to survive. Like for instance, you're out in the place, you're nowhere near any rest points, so you can grab the items you need to make a potion. For instance, you can make a potion, or you can make anything healing or something that will help you survive to the next rest point. I felt like that would be an amazing situation, but that's just me. Thank you for checking out this video. Please do me a favor, like and subscribe. It helps the channel. Anyway, after that, I'm gonna talk to you about what I felt like was kind of a fun concept. So, you guys ever seen the original SAO, where in the very first episode where everybody is just hanging out, and all of a sudden people are popping in from random places, like, oh my god, where am I? I'm in the town of beginnings. Why am I here? I was in a quest. What's going on? And here's the problem. That's when the bad guy comes out and says, ha ha, you are trapped in my world, in this virtual reality. Just so you know, you cannot, and I do repeat myself, cannot remove the nerve gear. Otherwise, oh, and another thing, speaking of, you all, if you die in this world, well, you die. And another thing, you cannot revive. I'm taking that away. Literally, you're basically putting real life things into a game. And I'm like, so basically, you get murked for real. And I'm like, damn, that's mind you, and then he says, here's the most effed up thing he says. He says, why am I doing this? Because I can. It's because I can, folks. That's literally all he said. And then he just vanishes. Now, people are scared shitless. There's even a point where people just, like, go completely and utterly mad and try to, take off the headgear or whatever, right? And in doing so, they basically get murked, guys. Because apparently the headgear has a system where if you try to remove it or somebody else removes it before the game is done, it will literally barbecue your brain. Buy something crazy. I don't want nothing crazy plus buyer's remorse. Hell no. Now, um, I'm just telling you guys, the part that got me was they. I heard that you can make your own character in this game, right? Well, here's the thing: you can, you really can. And the part that really tripped me up was in the beginning of the game. It gives you a avatar by itself, like its own default character. That's, and I'm like, oh, interesting. So your character, okay. I mean, I could get used to him. It's gonna get irritating because like you can't see his eyes or nothing. No, apparently that was just a default. Yes, folks, that was a fucking default character. The beginning character. Apparently, and then like after Ekihio Kaiba, he basically says, "By the way, I left you something. There you go," and basically tells everybody that. And guess what it was? It was a fucking mirror. In other words, what you look like in real life literally gets transported into the game. In the anime, it was laughing my ass off because there's a point where this guy, these two people, their identities are revealed, and apparently one guy, uh, inadvertently started dating another, and I was like, oh wow, okay, go for it, bud. If that's how you roll, man, that's cool. But like, I was like, wait, you're a dude? And I was laughing my ass off so much. I was like, oh dear. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be funny. That, despite of how that even came about, that made me laugh so hard. I was like, oh my god, this guy got the ultimate catfished. God damn. Mind you, I don't know what happened ever since then, but oh my god, I was laughing so hard. But yeah, that is me basically glazing that game. If you guys want to get a sweet game, another cool part, one of my favorite mechanics is basically a level progression. So it's not just a character level. Character levels is awesome, especially when you could input points into certain stats, and certain stats do certain things, which is amazing because it, depending on how you put them, how it's done, you can make the game a hell of a lot easier. Trust me, folks. But this game took it a whole new level. Not only does it let you, into your stats, but those stats, depending on how many stat points you put it on a certain thing, like dexterity or whatever, it gives you an opportunity to learn something that actually benefits you in the long run. For instance, I think it was intelligence that allowed you to gain more XP the more you put it into it. Guys, the best one is you get 10%. If you get high enough, like 40 of them, you could put all those points into intelligence, 40 points into intelligence, and you get 10% XP, even on a boss battle, guys. That's if you do it right, and if you are, tenacious, you can beat a couple of bosses, and you get, like I said, if you do it right, you can level up fast if you know what you're doing. So in other words, an investment of 40 points will not only get you more points down the line, but you will grow stronger and stronger to the point where anything within like the first, I'd say, three levels are no match for you. So yeah, you will get to the point where you will be uber if you do it in the right way. And I love it. And that's one of my favorite type of games. It's like you can maximize yourself to a certain level and progress like that. And it gets better and better every level. Me personally, I would do it. that way. Me personally, that's my gaming style. Like you accumulate to a certain degree, and then it gets to the point where you are uber powerful enough where you can progress. Mind you, doing it takes time, but believe me, the time investment on top of everything else, so worth it. It is so worth it. Anyway, thank you for checking out this video. Don't worry, there'll be more of Eingrad in the next one. Take care, be safe, and I hope you guys remember, be economical, and know the economy. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, hey, neither do I. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next. Take care. This is your friendly neighborhood gamer Djinn Candle, wishing you love, luck, happiness, and a strong sword. Take care.